Hey, I'm Kev, welcome back to MotoGP 17 and the Manager careers. We're heading into the second half of the season with a visit to the Czech Republic and the very long and difficult Brno circuit. There's been some rumours in recent years about it, going off the calendar, but it's sticking around this classic track, and I do quite love it for the bikes. Pretty good. Well, not the best class circuit, but definitely for the bikes, very interesting. There's a very long lap for these Moto3 bikes as well. You can see them a very long first corner too. MacDonald is hoping to repeat what he did in the last race round the Saxon Ring. Unbelievable performance from the championship leader heading into the second half of the season, but he's still got Kenneth right on his arse. One Mears dropped back, the reigning champ. Almost 2 race wins back already. He's got lots of work to do, does the Spaniard, if he wants to retain his title. And it seems to already be a 2 or 3 horse race with Martin. The Spaniard, almost 3 race wins back. Of course, you've got only single digit rounds left now this season. 9 rounds left including this race, so not a lot of points on offer, just 225. So if you're already over like 100 points back, you're almost ruled out already in the title battle. But let's see what MacDonald can do around Brno, a track where he's been pretty good in the past. It's treated him well, even when he was on the Peugeot as well. This is an alright qualifying effort, been a bit cautious. You see too much brake going into that left-hander, but you're going up the hill, and it's so you can brake later, but you don't want to brake too late. With the camber as well, it kind of forces you away from that left-hander hitting the apex. It's a very tricky corner. So now we go into the penultimate corner, and then the final corner where you can really attack. Took it in 3rd gear though. Not the best, and we are slower. And the Malaysian. Slower than Kenneth, as you perhaps would expect in qualifying. Let's look at the session info. Let's skip time. Look at that, MacDonald nowhere, and it's like 1 minute. He's going to grab pole. No, it's Fernardi who grabs it in the final second. Fantastic, by 0.02 of a second from Mir. Berger 3rd. Kenneth leads the second right ahead of Martin McPhee. All Italian 3rd. We'll get your drinks out. Magello rounds out the top 10. MacDonald not too far back though in the 5th row alongside Nuruddin and Loy. We were keeping our eyes open in that first corner. Kornfeld, the top Peugeot in 18th. Nesbitt injured airport in 20th. And Kumar down in 28th, leading the 10th row ahead of Bezecchi and his fellow Italian on the Mahindra. So Fitzpatrick is last. Let's see what the Elusive Trins can do in the race. As looking at the grid, there's a very happy penalty umpire with Berger right up there as well, with Rodrigo in 12th in his usual position. And there is Light still in 14th, and there's Kornfeld in 18th, hoping to do well on home turf where we score a point for Peugeot. So it's been a long time for the constructor. And there's Magnum in 28th. The usual suspects right at the back.
Here at Brno, everything is ready for the Czech Grand Prix now. This is one of the riders' favourite tracks, so we're guaranteed a spectacular race today.
Let's hope so. Let's see MacDonald have a spectacular rise as well through the order. Let's wait for the light stirp here. And go out for this 6th lap race. It's a long race here. And Rodrigo once again slow off the starting blocks. Drops down to 12. MacDonald having a good start there. Looking down the inside maybe for the top 10. Oh, dives it down the inside of Bastianini is that. Wilson, the Italian rider, allows Di Gianantonio through. But then MacDonald goes wide himself and allows everyone else through, and he's back down to 12. So that first corner basically didn't happen. No net gain on net loss, which is alright. In this first lap, Otto seemed to get held up by Magello. As the 2 Italians are battling for the lead, Fernardi and Berger. And here comes MacDonald battling McPhee for 8th as Bastianini's down to rounding out the top 10. You can see they're going almost 3 wide in the front. There's MacDonald. Then McPhee knows there. Scott knows what to do. It's MacDonald using some of the track, extending, gets a half-second penalty. Very sloppy. Trying to get past DJ Antonio. That was McPhee back by. Could allow the German back by as well. They're all getting slowed up by DJ Antonio there into the left-hander. MacDonald hoping to take advantage, sneaking down the inside into the right-hander, up into 7th. Linoco's not going to be on the back foot. As McPhee follows him through past DJ Antonio into 8th. We've got a heck of a battle for the lead. Mears now assuming that position ahead of Fanati, with Bulliger 3rd, Canet 4th, Martin in 5th it looks like. Can't quite see who's in 5th. Looks like Antonelli's right up there. MacDonald bashes his way back up into 7th. It is Antonelli round out the top 5 ahead of Martin. MacDonald lead in the second train now ahead of McPhee, but Scott's got the slipstream. As you head towards the penultimate corner. And Hotels also there. Trying to take advantage. Look at that move down the inside, and here comes Mugello. MacDonald really had to check up there in the final corner. It's been in the back of the German as he got into the second lap. It's a slipstream battle between the Mahindra, the KTM and the Honda. He's going to win out going into the first corner. Oh, I thought it was McPhee, but MacDonald, look at that move down the inside. Yeah, and those two take chunks out of each other. Well, he just sneaks by. Fanati up to 3rd. Mears dropped down to 4th. That's when he looked like he would be leading from the front. Whoa! There goes a Honda. Here goes Bastianini. And then MacDonald bashes his way by. Looking down the inside of the German as well. No way through there. As Canet and Mir are battling, looking to take points off MacDonald, of course, in the title battle. In a very good position at the moment, with the Scot stranded in 7th. We'll move down the inside. This is our sector here. And then Brno circuit, this technical middle sector. Very good though. Normally very precise, but taking too much curb there. Awful run. Getting into the left and then switch out of this sector and towards the final couple. Looking down the inside of Antonelli. No room at the inn. This Hotel's in 8th behind. He's going to have a go battle. This time we've got a front 7 here, magnificent 7. I should I say magnificent 4 or 3, then 4. It looks like there's a break going away at the front. It looks like Martin's kind of holding up people here. It's Fanati. Getting held up by his fellow Italian Antonelli. That's allowed MacDonald to go by. And now look at the slipstream. He's making it 3 wide into the corner. He's braked a bit too late, a bit too ambitious. As Mir, Canet and Bulliger are getting away at the front. We've got a heck of a battle for 5th now. Between Martin, Antonelli, MacDonald. I'm sure to say 4th as we go into the 3rd up the race. And looks like Martin's winning out at the moment. Fanati, after that pole, dropping back in the race. Disappointing for the Italian as MacDonald makes a dive down the inside in that first corner. But there's so many different lines. Doesn't matter if you dive it down the inside, it's about that exit. And Martin got a very good one, but MacDonald's got the slipstream here. With the fast out that previous lap as well, to 8.5. If Canet takes the lead from Bulliger, looking to maximise that chunk he can take up MacDonald's lead at the end of this race. At the moment, be very close on points. Virtually level with the pair. MacDonald will still lead, but it'll be very, very close. It's all gun powered a bit too early there. The first part. The technical middle sector, but again, this is MacDonald's sector here where you can make up loads of time. So not having a good run out of that left-hander. We've seen that a couple of times now. We've got to tighten that up for the rest of the race as we approach the halfway mark. It's Canet, Mir, Bulliger, MacDonald, Antonelli behind, leading that train, with Finati past Martin up into 6th. And of course, you've got the German leading the second train, we presume. Never know, it could be Bulliger's teammate. Could be McPhee's still up there, but we saw in Germany, he can fall back very quickly, can the Scot. He's looking to the outside here, MacDonald. Of Bulliger, who's dropped back from Mir and Canet, and now he's into a podium place. It was a very poor first lap, but it's getting better for MacDonald as this race goes on. Easing his way through the field. Oh, Bulliger was taking him out there though. In the penultimate corner. Now into the final corner, dabbing the brakes. Then hard on the power. Need to get some good slipstream down this front straight as you go into the second half of the race. With Canet sitting the fastest out, but I think MacDonald was a bit faster there. Oh, he was too. 7.5, a second faster. MacDonald's definitely warmed up now as Mir takes the lead from Canet. MacDonald looking down the inside, but no room there. Of course, you've got the sink of the Italian right in the slipstream now of the Scot. Got a fantastic run out the first corner. Got Finati in 5th ahead of Antonelli. Got Italians everywhere. Got Spaniards battling everywhere as well as Canet takes back the lead from Mir. Into the first sector. Top 4 virtually inseparable. He's now going to the technical middle sector. MacDonald land, here we come. So that's a good right-hander, much better on the power there. Much smoother. As Mir takes back the lead from Canet, but here comes the challenger. From Elusive on the Mahindra as well. Mahindra, we're thinking of the constructors' battle as well. Mahindra 3 Honda. There's 2 riders in front on a Honda. MacDonald doing the lone fight for Mahindra. So he can finish ahead and win again. Mahindra closing up in that battle on the constructors. We also got to think of that half-second time penalty at the end of the race. I do apologise for my voice trying to get away from it here. Well, it's just about holding on, just like MacDonald's holding on to the top 2. Let's go into the final sector of the lap. Got to set up this right-hander for a good run up the back straight. Oh, a bit too early turning in. Mir's getting a slipstream on Canet. Bulliger's been dropped by a second. These 3 once again battling for a win. How many times have we seen this in Moto3? And battling for the title once again. As Antonelli's up to 5th ahead of Martin as we approach the penultimate lap of the race. It is Canet, Mir, MacDonald. Look at that drop. A second and a half slower in his previous lap. Bulliger in 4th. Got Antonelli, Martin, Finati battling for a top 5. And it's Martin who's winning out at the moment ahead of the Italian KTM rider. As that's a good run out of the first corner from MacDonald, sticking it in 3rd gear. Definitely got the run as he approached 140 miles per hour into the braking zone. Oh, heavy braking zone. Mir slides in front of Canet and MacDonald thinks I can do that as well. Bit clumsy, but it works. And now Mir, we've seen this in the past round Brno as well in other circuits where he gets into the lead. This is where he starts to push. And he's already gapping Canet. There's the double champ battling back against MacDonald. MacDonald trying to hold it around the outside though. And they get into each other. Canet holds on. MacDonald cool as a cucumber. Nothing happening there for him as now he is right on the coattails of Mir. And he's got that left-hander wrong. MacDonald takes the lead and then runs wide. Will it allow Mir back by? It does. As we approach the final lap of the race, it's Mir v MacDonald. Canet is still there as well. Using that experience, he's going to take advantage of these two getting to each other. But they've raced against each other a lot, Mir and MacDonald. And Mir running wide again. He's making a lot of mistakes as the Spaniard. He'll be a bit smoother and be trying to get away from us here. But look at that slipstream from MacDonald. You can't get much closer. Almost bump drafting the reigning champ. And there comes Canet told you to take advantage. And he's up into second. But not for long, is it? As MacDonald eases down the inside that final corner. Gets to run down the front straight, getting the slipstream of Mir. This is 1 lap to go. Just over 2 minutes left in this race. Who's going to win it? Is it the Spaniards or is it the Scot? As Mir got duped on that front straight, getting slipstreamed down past by MacDonald and Canet. As now the Scot takes the lead. Can he hold on to the reins for the remainder of the lap? As he leads the train. He can't. Canet takes advantage, outbreaks him again. Donald, oh, bashful. Does not want to lose to his arch rival. Mir's been a good rival, but Canet on another level. We've seen that since Don was on a Peugeot. Those two do like a good old scrap. Seen it in this race as well, hitting on this mark the previous lap. Then there's MacDonald in his favourite section of the track, trying to get away. Again, Nog taking that left-hander well, carrying no apex speed, the cornering speed. But hitting the apexes, it means he's staying in front just from Canet. It's Mir who's dropping back. Unexpected. I thought we would be trying to battle MacDonald, but it's Canet who's chasing down the championship leader. As could he increase his lead on the Spanish rival by another 5 points. Just a few corners to go. In fact, it was 5 corners. And I said that. Now it's just 2. Let's go up the hill as Canet got the slipstream. Well, he's half a second back. He's going to have to dive into the corner. We've seen that previously though from the Spaniard. Donald covering it off. Looking the tight lines at the penultimate corner. As our teammates down on the final lap. Kuma, what have you done? But what has MacDonald done? As he marches from the midfield and takes another victory in Brno. Canet ruined his luck there. He felt he could have taken a big chunk at MacDonald, but in the second half that race just got better, and look how close it was between the pair, 29 thousandths of a second. MacDonald also did the fastest lap by almost a second, with Mir a second back in third, Berger in fourth, holding off Fanati and Martin and Antonelli. Otel still leading that second train to the line ahead of McPhee, who did not drop back in the race. Pretty good from the Scot there. Bastianini in 10th, Pagello 11th, Loy in 12th, Dino 13th, Di Giannantonio down in 14th, and Nuruddin with the final point by a 10th of a second ahead of Guevara. As where is Kumar? Very disappointing. So in the championship, MacDonald does increase his lead up to 19 points now ahead of Canet, with Mir 55 points back. That is a long way for the reigning champ to climb if he wants to retain his title. As Berger's up to 4th ahead of Martin, even though they're now level on point, with Fanati in 6th, McPhee in 7th, just ahead of Magello, with Otel in 9th, and Antonelli rounding out the top 10, even though they're level on points, with Bastianini just 11 points behind. As further down, you got Dinetto up to 17th ahead of Rodrigo, as 20 riders have scored so far this season, with Kuma in 27th. As Honda lead Mahindra by just 7 points. MacDonald is really bringing the fight to Honda in the constructors' standings, with KTM in third, 77 points back, and Peugeot yet to score. As yes, there's a very happy MacDonald, and look at all the clones as well. Even the Honda clones are cheering for MacDonald. What the hell's going on here? As yes, don't break your hip. Oh, I hope he hasn't broken his hip. Will you be able to race in Austria? That's the big story now. As yeah, that bike was magnificent in the race. Fantastic ride through the field, and well, he's gone a bit crazy. As we have a not Jorge Martinez from 1996, the 125cc rider and a rival of Valentino Rossi in his early years. As what a magnificent race for MacDonald, definitely smashed that race objective, while Kumar will be having words in the motorhome. Even though the Indian does improve his braking and cornering, while MacDonald improves his throttle management. And we earned a decent amount of credits and reputation. So it's a back-to-back And next time out, we'll be heading to a very different circuit than Brno, almost the total opposite. It's a high-speed cathedral, as it is the Red Bull Ring. It's going to be fast and furious in Spielberg, Austria. Will MacDonald be able to maintain his charge for the championship? And will Kumar actually not crash and achieve the race objective? Find out next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.